Is it on? Is it recording? Is it recording? Good morning. I want to say Vietnam. How many of y'all, how many of you that are on right now by a show of hands watch that movie? Good morning, Vietnam. How many of you? Show your hands. We're trying, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but that was a riot. Yes, Catherine said she raised the hand. So we are here this morning and we are so excited. I'm telling you, today is the day that we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of really what it means to master the winning mindset of decision making. And I'm telling you, you know how awesome it is when life gives you real life experiences that you can share? Well, that's what happened to me. We're going to real briefly just say this. If you didn't do your homework last night, don't worry about it. You're going to go do it right now. You're going to do it today after you get off the webinar. But what we're going to be doing is we are going to be using my free download on my website, 10 Reasons Why People Don't Make Decisions and What to Do About It. When we sent the email out last night, we gave all the information in that email, how to access that. If you have problems and you need help, let us know. You know, send me a message on Jens Johnson Public Figure. Send me a text if you know my phone number. Go on my website, send me a message. I got a ton of messages yesterday from my website. What we want to do is we want to make sure everybody is here to succeed. Now, we're going to go right into the art of making decisions, because I'm telling you right now, we've got a ton. But before we do, I want everybody to know what my two mantras are. I want everybody to send me, which is part of your homework, what's your word for 2017? What's your phrase for 17? What's your mantra for 17 that is you're going to look at on a daily basis? You're going to speak into existence. You're going to tell all your friends. You're going to post it, and it's going to take you closer to your goals. My two for 2017 is come ready to receive and you'll leave ready to achieve, which means you have to be ready. You have to be ready to receive. And let me tell you something, there are a lot of people who aren't ready to receive. And that's something that we'll get into for sure a lot, very deeply at our April 29th event. But many people are blocking blessings because you just don't know how to receive yet. And then if you are ready to receive, you're open, you're ready, you're going to listen, you're going to hear, and then the most important thing, you're going to do, you're going to act. You know, we can do anything we set our minds to do. The key, most important word is do. You have to do. And then my second mantra for the year is play bigger. And we all know what play bigger means. Play bigger means we're playing with other people. We're collaborating with other people. If you have a service and you're not paying somebody else for their service, nobody's going to pay you for your service. Playing bigger means you are collaborating and you're doing big things. And big things for some people might be small things for other people. You know, don't ever judge your beginning at somebody else's middle, all right? We're all at different levels, but we're going to jump in to the 10 reasons why people don't make decisions and what to do about it. But before we start, I want everybody to realize that all success in every aspect of your life, in every person's life, starts with the decision to succeed. Nobody accidentally succeeds. You have to decide to succeed first. You have to decide to succeed. So as you're sitting, listening, driving, doing chores, whatever it is you're doing, I want you to write down, or I want you to think in your head and write down later, what do you want to succeed in? What do you want to succeed with in 2017? You write that down because you have to decide. Let me tell you the difference between deciding, making a decision, and thinking about something. When you decide truly, sincerely to do something, you put the energy and the effort and a consistent daily basis to make that decision become a reality. When you're thinking about something, you don't write it down. You maybe talk about it to a few people here and there. You mull it over in your brain. You think about why you can't do it. You think about why you should do it. You think about what you got going on in your life. You go back and forth. You're indecisive. That's not a decision. You're just contemplating. When you make a decision, it's a definite line that you draw in the sand, that you say, I am not going to live like this anymore. I will not live paycheck to paycheck anymore. I'm deciding that I'm going to take control of my life. I'm deciding that I will be successful in XYZ. You make an intentional, definite decision to succeed, and then you do whatever it takes to succeed in that dream, in that goal, in that pursuit. You know, one of the most important things that you will do in success is learning the importance of making decisions. And that's what we're going to go over, because that's where it all starts. So let me tell you something. I have been blessed to surround myself with some really, really successful people. I mean, top athletes, top celebrities, top managers, top people in business, just people that are at the very top of their game for a bunch of different reasons. Number one, because I love to learn from extremely successful people. Remember, we talked about signs. Signs are, you can look at someone and see if what they say jives with what they do. Because successful people, when they say something and they encourage you to do something, they're doing the same thing. Successful people want to help other people become successful. So look at that. But let me tell you, one of the guys that, well, every person that I'm around that's successful, one of the questions that I ask them is, what did you do to become successful? How did you become successful? What has your journey been like? And 100% of the time, it all starts with, I decided to succeed. I made the decision that I was going to do this. It always starts with the decision. Now, I'm telling you, and I could tell you stories after stories on that. But let me share with you what happened to me last night. I've got a son that is about to be 17. He'll be 17 next month. And he got his first traffic ticket yesterday, going to the doctor, had a dermatologist appointment, headed to the doctor, got pulled over in a school zone. That's how he started his day, 8:10 a.m., you know, right before the webinar. That's what happened. Then last night, about 9:30 at night, he locked himself out of his car. So his keys were locked in the car. And from 9:30 until about 11, he tried unsuccessfully to get his keys out of his car. I went to help him. My daughter went to help him. We all went to try to help him. Then, when we called the locksmith because we couldn't get his keys out, after we paid $250 to get his keys out of his car, he got in his car, upset, frustrated, tired at 12:30 at night, and he ran in, he reversed, he backed in to the guy who came to let him get his keys out of the car. So he had an accident. So in one day, he gets his first speeding ticket, $200. He gets his keys locked in his car, $250. And then he wrecks, has an accident, running backing into this guy's car. Who knows how much that's going to cost? Now, I think everybody would agree that would be a pretty hard day, especially for someone at that age. Let me review what happened this morning. So after he left to go to school, very just brokenhearted and down, this is the text I sent him this morning. In life, one of the most important skills you have to master is the art of effective decisions. You have a decision to make right now. You can decide to use yesterday's events to teach you better ways to operate. Write down what you're going to do new to avoid similar errors. Make a plan of attack for your life to handle and fix. Then do what you say you're going to do. Review your progress daily, weekly, monthly. Adjust if needed. That's plan, do, review. Take a picture of this slide. This is how you master effective decision making. You will always be in constant plan, do, review. If you have not mastered the plan, do, review, make a decision that you're going to start today. This is what successful people do in all aspects of their lives. And so what I told him is we'll review tonight. But what I shared with him is what I decide to learn from yesterday's. Don't beat yourself up. You know, you're amazing. You're talented. You're wonderful. No one on this webinar, live or recorded, nobody that you share this webinar with is meant for failure in this earthly life. We weren't meant to fail here, ladies and gentlemen. We were meant to soar here. Each and every one of us is meant for greatness. Don't let the small things in your life take you down. This is fixable. I mean, this is all fixable. Everything in your life right now that's going on in your life that you think is hard, that you think is a problem, it's all fixable. Every single thing. So of course, you know what my son shared is, I had everything bad happen in one day, and I had my ski trip threatened. He's going on a big old ski trip. He said, I'll work to pay you back, which I think is honorable, but he said, I'm just not happy and I won't be. So what I said to him was, decide to learn and make adjustments. Decide to be happy. This is a learning lesson. Don't get bitter in life, get better in life. And obviously my son is like, okay, with the crying emoji. And what I said to him was, you need to listen to more and then do what I say. Obviously he says, I do listen to you, but you know how it is. You want people in your life that you have influence with, that you impact for good, to do more than just listen to what you have to say. If you're getting on this webinar, amazing. But don't just listen to what we're talking about. Do more than you're doing right now in your life. Do more than what you think you can do. Do more because you can. That, obviously, what he said is, everything I did yesterday was my fault, which I love that he said that, because everything that he did yesterday was his fault. He took 100% accountability. He didn't try to blame anybody. It was his fault. So that means progress is being made. And then I say, you can learn. He says, I will. And then this is what he did. You can probably barely read his little chicken scratch. But he said, he sent me a screenshot that he'll make sure that he has his keys on him before he gets out of his car, that he won't drive tired. And if he is tired, that he'll be aware of his surroundings. He'll make sure that he's going the speed limit. He'll start working so he can give me the money that he owes me. You know, he'll start making better decisions, and he is going to take over and not let his stress decide his happiness. And of course, what I shared is I love it, because what he did is he's learning how to be in control of his life. And so that's what we're doing. In life, we get to decide how we're going to handle things. In life, we get to decide how we want our life to be. In life, we get to decide if we want to use our pain and make it part of our prize. That's what we're talking about today. All right, so we're going to jump, and we might even go a little bit over, because let me tell you what, right now, making decisions is a skill, just like everything in life you do. Making decisions is a skill. Don't be wrong. Don't be afraid to make the wrong decision, okay? Don't be afraid to make the wrong decision, because your life is like a maze. There's one way in and there's one way out. You are never, ever, ever going to have experiences that aren't going to build you, shape you, provide you with learning opportunities. Every decision you make, right or wrong, is going to be a decision where you're going to learn something. If you're going down a path and it's not the right path, you are going to be forced to course correct. But along the way, you're going to meet people. You're going to learn things. You're going to get better. You're going to get stronger if that's the decision you make. So realize that decisions aren't right or wrong. Decisions move us forward. If you don't master the skill of making decisions, remember, you don't just stay in the same place, you go backwards. You go backwards. Realize that no decision is a bad decision. It's just a decision that you're going to learn something from. You decide what you're going to learn from it. Number 2, don't overthink the possible outcomes. All right. How many of you have literally been paralyzed by a decision? I want you to say right now, stop saying the phrase, I don't know. Stop saying that phrase. Every time you say, I don't know, you're saying, I'm not ready for my success. I'm not ready for my growth. I'm not ready to succeed. Stop saying, I don't know. It's okay. I have so many people that I know that couldn't make a decision, that they never went anywhere. Remember, in life, we're never going to regret the things that we did. We're going to regret the things that we didn't do. So this is, if you listen to our webinar last time, Byron Williams, who's the president of the NFL Players Association here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, he said, if you are tied to results and outcomes over the journey, then you're going to get stressed out. This is why people overthink possible outcomes. You know, the truth of the matter is, there's no way that you're going to be able to be in control of all the variables. There's no way when you say yes or no to something, you know where that's going to go or where that's going to lead. I'm going to tell you, start taking major leaps of faith. I want you to write down today, what is a decision that you've been mulling over in your head, but you have failed to make? And make that decision today. And take a leap of faith. Don't overthink the possible outcomes. You can't really understand what those outcomes are going to be. Just make the decision and take a leap of faith. All right, number 3, you've got to be confident in your decision-making skills. Now, how do we become confident in our decision-making skills? Well, how do we become confident in our singing skills? How do we become confident in our exercise skills? How do we become confident in our relationship skills? How do we become confident in our work skills? How do we become confident in skills? We do them, we practice them. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down all the decisions that you need to make in your life that you haven't made. Is it a decision to get in better shape? Is it a decision to make more money? Is it a decision to develop yourself more? And remember that that's one of the most important decisions you'll ever make in your life, is the time and the energy and the effort and the resources that you put into yourself. You know that saying, the more money you spend, the more money you make? Well, let me put it like this. The more money you spend on developing yourself, the more money you will make. The more money you will spend developing yourself, the more money you will make. And remember, you don't have to have money to spend money. You don't have to have money to make money. You have to have confidence in yourself, and you have to work with the right people so you can get the money that you need, all right? So make decisions. My challenge for you from now until our next webinar, I want you to write down in this webinar all the decisions that you have not made in your life that are untied decisions right now. And by the end of this webinar, which will be Thursday, you're going to have a plan of attack for every one of those decisions. And by the time we meet again at our next webinar, I want those decisions in action. And let's review where you are, because we're always plan, doing, and reviewing. All right, number 4. Don't be scared of people judging your decisions. I mean, why do you care what somebody that's not paying your bills thinks? Why do you care what they think? You know, one of my favorite sayings is I say all the time, and my husband tells me I'm mean, because I say, I don't care what you think. Now, that doesn't mean I don't care what somebody feels or I don't care about that person, but I don't care what they think. I don't care if somebody thinks I'm crazy. I don't care if somebody thinks I'm not good enough. I don't care if somebody thinks that I'm not pretty enough. I don't care if somebody thinks I'm not smart enough. I don't care what somebody thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. The only thing that matters is what I want. What do I want? You get to create your life. What do you want? Don't let somebody tell you that you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not talented enough. Who cares what they think? They're not paying your bills. They're not getting up early in the morning. They're not staying up late. They're not reading the personal development book with you. They're not getting on webinars. They don't care. And what I want you to do also is I want you to write down the people in your life that build you up and believe in you. And I want you to write down the people in your life that are pulling you down and are telling you negative things. And I sincerely want you to make a decision to cut those negative people out of your life, even if they're your family. Now, you're not going to be mean. You're never going to be mean to people. But if people are pulling you down, you're going to have to make a conscious decision to say bye-bye. And it doesn't mean farewell. Bye-bye means, you know what? I'm going to reserve the right to only associate with you on a very limited basis. Because make a decision that you are more important than those people that are pulling you down. All right, number 5, don't tell yourself the lie that you're too busy. Remember, when you say you're too busy, you're saying the same message to yourself and the world that you say when you say, I don't know, when you say, I'll try. That's a lie. You're not too busy. You are not too busy. Stop telling yourself that. You're not too busy. That's a lie. You're telling yourself, I'm not ready for success. I'm not ready for greatness. I'm not ready for blessings. Stop blocking those blessings from yourself. Now, I told this story last night on our mastermind, but I'm going to tell it real briefly. You know, one of our mastermind members and one of my clients, we were talking about planning, because remember, you get to plan. You get to plan your life. You get to create your life. You're the author. You're in charge. And I asked her when she was going to do her personal development during the day. And she said, I'm too busy. I can't do my personal development during the day. And I said, yes, you can. And she said, no, I can't. I don't have time. I said, yes, you do. She said, no, I don't. I said, yes, you do. And we went back and forth until we looked at each other in our eyes, and she started dying laughing. And then she said, I don't want to do my personal development during the day. And that's the right answer. When you say, I don't want to do my personal development during the day, you're saying, I'm in control of my life. I choose to do my personal development in the morning before I go to work. I choose to do my personal development in the evening before I go to sleep. I choose, I decide when I do these things. Stop lying to yourself. Say the truth. I don't want to get on that webinar. I don't want to invest in myself. Don't say I can't. Don't say I don't have money. You can get money. You can get money so easily. You're blocking that and you're lying to yourself. Start today. Decide today that you're going to be 100% in control of your life. Start today and decide that you're going to be 100% in control of who you associate with, that you get to choose, that you are the one in control of your life. The art of making effective decisions quickly is one of the most important traits of a successful person. You decide. You're 100% in control. And you know, I know we're getting very close to the end. And I just want to remind everybody, if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you want to drive up to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you want to fly up to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we've got our April 29th Beauty, Brains, and Business event. We're promoting this to our webinar people first. We haven't done our personal invites. We haven't done our social media ads. We haven't, I'm actually going in tomorrow. I go in today to meet with a stylist, and I go in tomorrow to shoot videos for this event. We're not going to do any promotion to anyone else first. We're doing it to you guys first, because we want you to have the first opportunity for you to fill the seats with yourself, with your friends, with your teams, with your posses, with your group, with the people you collaborate. But this is a really, truly first of its kind event where we are going to learn the importance of the inner and outer beauty that we have and how to meld those to our biggest advantage. Let me tell you something right now. Your inner beauty is what makes you special. Your inner beauty is what makes you you. And your inner beauty is what's going to make you a millionaire. It will make you 7 figures if you realize how important that inner beauty is and how much inner beauty you have, because we all have it. That's what makes people radiate. That's what makes people shine. That's what makes people glow. You can have somebody that doesn't have a college degree, doesn't have a lot of work experience, but their inner beauty is so developed that they glow. And those people will become extremely successful in life. You don't have to have a degree to make money. You have to develop yourself. We're also going to really dig deep into the winning mindset, the head game, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in business to make the cash register ring. Now, we're all in different places, and that's awesome. I've got the link to this event on the Jens Johnson Facebook page. But for VIP, this is what the VIP includes. And let me tell you what, these prices are ridiculous. These prices are ridiculous. One of my managers and coaches that I work with personally, that I pay six figures a year to, was like, you're crazy, Jens, but you're crazy good. And the reason why he said you're crazy good is because my passion in life is to help as many people as I can. And the journey that I'm on right now in 2017, I'm collecting as many people to put in my pouch, because in 2018, I'm zooming. And this is my year to take as many people with me along my ride. And I want to take as many people along. So I want to be accessible as all get out. But your VIP is going to include the exclusive mixer. You're going to get an extra ticket for our $1,000 value drawing for a free makeover, VIP seating. Your swag bags are going to have $500 plus in free products and services alone. But it's going to be an amazing event. But you know, more than anything, as we close up, and I'm a minute over right now, more than anything, what I want each and every one of you to know is you were not meant for failure here, that you were sent to this earth with unique greatness, with unique talents, with unique abilities. You ever wonder why you get five people together, they watch something, and all five, they might have similar comments, but each one is going to say something a little bit differently because they saw it a little bit differently, because they are a little bit different. What makes you you is what makes you incredible. Decide today that you're going to be in charge of your life. Write those decisions down that you haven't made yet and start working to bring other people along the journey with you. Until we talk again tomorrow, be big, be bold, and most importantly, be you. Bye-bye.